That's right, little fella. It's the 3rd today. There's our nutcracker telling us what day it is. Well, it says days until Christmas at the bottom, doesn't it? But it is the 3rd of December today. We need it round the way that the kids understand. So it's 3 more. No, see, that's the way Mummy understands it. It's not 3 more days to Christmas, is it? Say no. So it's Mr. Toby, and this is what's on the agenda from now on. Wowzers. Tobe's got on his ho-ho-ho jogging bottoms today. Wowzers. See, look at all that stuff. I know Mummy can't wait to get up her little village. And it's a big Santa. It is a big Santa. So that's on, well, maybe today's agenda. Some of it we'll do a little bit at a time as we go along, so we don't get too tired. Yep, we've got another Christmas card. I was just thinking, can I say who it's from? Yeah, that's from Aunty Tracy. I don't think I'll use this one today, this year. I really don't like the big shining bright star on top of that fibre optic tree, but never mind. Anyway, these are all of the totes. That's all I've got. And they're not even full, which is good because I have some new bits for my Christmas village. I have Christmas gifts off my children for my village. So they gave them to me early so that we could set them up. So that's what we're going to do. And we've got postage to go. There's our big tree. And, oh, sneak peek. Sneak peek. But it's Saturday and I'm going to film the winner of the Christmas giveaway today because I'd like to get that in the post on Monday. You're going to sit back down there, boy? Yep. I know you've been playing with this, haven't you? Mum can switch it back on now because Mum's going to turn the video off. All right. There you go, mate. Okay. So I've just been through and written down all the names of people that have entered into the giveaway. And the giveaway was for a Christmas gift. Surprise. It's already wrapped because, you know, Santa brings the gifts wrapped, so you don't know what's in them. They're surprises, aren't they? I'm just literally looking for the comments right now on my tablet. Here it is. And then we'll do the draw in a minute. I just want to read some of the comments. Here's my tablet. You know, and virtually all of us get told the same things. And also I what is it, Sheena? So I said, do you want to like wade in on this discussion with me? And and she has said yes. So there's also me and Sheena talking about people in our reborns and things like that as well. I'm trying to hold this as well while I get some of these comments. So, BI fan, what not to say to Reborn Mummy? Just go have a kid. Baby dolls are for kids. It's really sad that you just can't take, you know, you just can't be seen with a doll. I'm trying to find the right word because I just find it incredulous that you just can't even be seen with a doll. Get your toys over there, isn't it? Hey, you're going to sit here with Mum for a bit, aren't you? We're watching a Christmas thing on the TV, aren't we? But we've got the sound down now. Maybe you can watch it without the sound. Hey, it's a singing one, isn't it? And you like singing. You know, I just find it incredulous that we can't, you know, you can't do that. We can't even take our babies out or even have them in their own house. Some of you, like, you spent how much on a doll? That's from Miss Charsu. I'm not sure how to say names. If I say your name wrong, I apologise. Yeah, that just go have a kid. I mean, I've met more mummies through this Reborn doll community that unfortunately can't have children than I have anywhere else in my life. And I just think then some people are just so sheltered and they haven't come across people who have, you know, who can't possibly be mummies of a real live child, and that is sad. You know, that is sad. Um, yeah, I have a lovely friend who doesn't enter the giveaway because she is traveling in Australia. So she's a nomad in Australia, so she doesn't enter the giveaway. I do post anywhere though, just so you know that. Tina's Reborns. Are you crazy? And I just say, yeah, and I've got the meds to prove it. We shouldn't have to explain ourselves, really. We shouldn't have to. Ruth, how much money have you wasted on these dolls? I mean, it's just crazy. Lisa, why do you want them scary things? I sometimes think people say scary. They don't really mean it derogatory. It's so scary, it's real. That is how I give some people the benefit of the doubt. Yeah, and Anne Smith, how much do you pay for your dolls? It's none of your business. I don't mind if somebody asks how much are they, because how much was that one? Because then it gives you an idea of how much you can get, like an average or a what do they call it? A bar of where you think you want to spend your money. Sometimes it's a good question because people are genuinely curious about how much they cost, and they might go away thinking, oh, well, can I afford one? Yeah. Oh, this is a good one, Linda. Why do you want a doll for Christmas? Because that is me, and that is me and Russ's conversation every year. And Russ usually says which one's going. Because he knows otherwise I'd be overrun in the house with everything if he wasn't around to control me a little bit. And I don't mean control as in, I mean in a funny way. I really don't mean control. He controls me. I have money and I spend it on what I want. I don't mean that. Reborn Dreams always had positive comments. I've always had positive comments, but I've also listened to negative comments. Dee Dee, Chucky in your house. Yeah, I heard that early on. Chucky in your house. They're just dolls. Yeah, like we don't realise they're just dolls. A lot of you are saying that. Our cherished cherubs. Yeah, they are just dolls. Why don't you just adopt? Grown lady playing with dolls is weird. These dolls are creepy. Absolutely heard all of those things, and I just laugh. Do you know what? I really don't laugh when I'm with other people because that winds me up, because I feel like I need to stick up for the other people, like Sheena, who couldn't have any children. Another friend of mine, Amy, I used to feel like I really wanted to stick up for them, and it used to wind me up. And you'll hear Sheena talking about that in a minute, because me and Sheena filmed that on Wednesday. It is now, I got home late Wednesday night. Thursday we were out Christmas lunching basically took up the day. Yesterday, Saturday today, because yesterday I had a bed day. So that's why I'm doing my bit today. Anne Harding, she's losing it. Well, my Reborns are still here and I lost it a long time ago. It's funny though, Anne, isn't it? What is it and where is it? We've all lost it. Oh my God. Yeah, Diamond Painting Granny says, I would never treat anyone like I have been treated. You are so right. You are so right. Hell's 369. It's just a doll, yeah? I just find that so funny. Yeah. What are you going to say? No, or like I've done sometimes. No, is it? Oh my God. I try not to be sarcastic, but sometimes it just comes pouring out of me. You're still watching your film? Yeah, Julie, I know that you think they're beautiful, and some people saying that they're scary is upsetting. It is upscary. It's upsetting because we do think that they're beautiful. But there are toys out there that I think are quite scary. Not saying reborns are toys, because reborn dolls are not toys. There are some hideous looking things out there that people like, in my opinion. Hey, Lucy Queenie, thank you very much for watching my channel. And they're a mother and daughter, and mum treats daughter's babies like the grandchildren, and that is how it should be. Because you should, I just think it's fair. Just treat them. Just do what would make the other person happy. With regard to the reborns, I don't mean other things, but with regard to the reborns, my mother-in-law, my husband never thought his mum would get it, but she just thinks it's funny. She has a giggle and she always says hello to him. And I think she's always liked dolls. As you know, she gave me Patty, the real antique doll. And but she's never had anybody she was an only child, and she's never had anyone to like dollies with, really. So she always comes in and sees who's in a pushchair and a pram. She misses the big pram. And she always says hello to whoever's in there. Tracy, very good point. It's a whole different type of emotional bullying, and so unnecessary. You are so right. Yes, emotional bullying, when it's constantly on and on and on. It is... yeah, definitely. Whisper a dream. Anne, what not to say? Surely you have something better to do than play with dolls. No? Oh, these dolls give me life, and I am not joking. So basically, I loved reading that. And if you haven't read the comments on that video, it's so worth it, because to know then that we are all in the same boat, really. We all have had the same things said to us. We all have heard the same things. We all might have lip read the same things, because that's when people are just so funny and they think that you can't hear what they're saying. So stupid, isn't it? What I'm going to do now is I'm going to find the spinner app on the tablet, and then I'm going to find the winner. We had 36 entries for the Christmas giveaway, and I will leave all of the information in the description below for you to contact me with your address so that I can post out your winnings. I really would like to be able to post it out on Monday, because I'm using UPS on Monday, because our postmen in the UK have been on strike, and they're striking throughout various dates in December. And so I would like to get that to you posted in with UPS on Monday. If not, I will have to take my chances with Royal Mail. I did post the last giveaway. That was to Tina. She won the last giveaway, and she messaged me this morning saying that she'd received it, and she liked what was in it, so that was good. So yeah, I will leave, if you're the winner, I will leave the information down in the description up below. Let's find this little doofer then, shall we, on here? Okay, so here we are. We had, I think Timothy did it last time with me. Now we got Mr. Toby, yeah, because I kept pressing because we get adverts. So it is here. This is what I use, the number picker wheel, and you can just put in the number. So we have got 36. Okay. We have got 1 to 36. Yeah, see, 1 to 36. I just want to show you. Here you are. Messed up here. I went from 33 to 54. 4. I don't know how I did that. God, I'm such an idiot, I tell you. Anyway, yeah, there we go. Right then, Toby. See, this is what I pressed. Remember, this is what I pressed last time and I had to go back. Trying to get rid of this. Right, ready? You're going to press the spin. Oh, can't see if Mummy puts her hand over there. Right, ready? No, you don't want to do it. Oh, okay, I'll do it then. Ready, Aunties? And here we go. Good luck to the Christmas winner. $28. So we got down to there. 28 is Miss Charsu. Miss Carsu. Anyway, Miss Carsu, can you please email me? I will put the email link in the description below, so that I can send you your gift, your Christmas winnings. Thank you very much. Thank you very much to everybody who entered Christmas giveaway. The next one will be in the new year, in January, because it's my birthday and we're going on holiday. And so there will be some Scottish goodies to give away, I should think. So thank you very much for that one. There we go. Well done to the winner. Russ is away tonight, and so I've just chill on my cup. I got a naughty and nice one, sweet grumpy. Just lighting the fire. Love to have the fire lit, and I'm going to put on National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation because I just love that film, and I'm going to sort through the Christmas stuff in behind there. Figure out how I'm going to set up my Christmas village, because last time, can you remember my Christmas village last time? It was like on the table, and it was good because we only had about 6 people come for food at a time. Our table should sit 8 at least. It could sit more if you tight squeeze, but we only have 8 tables. Yeah, we only have 8 chairs, I mean. Anyway. I don't know where I'm going to put it. But I just want to open it all and get it all out on the table. And Toby, you'll see it for the first time. And then kind of like figure it out and build it over this weekend and maybe the next few days. Put the tree up as well. I know that lots of people have got their tree up early now. Usually ours goes up about 2 weeks before. Seeing as Russ was away this weekend, I thought, I'll get him to get the decks down. He's so busy like over the next few weeks anyway. So yeah, there we go. So stay tuned and you can now listen to what me and Sheena chatted up a storm about the same sort of things not to say to Reborn Mummy. So I will say here, thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye, friends. You going to say bye-bye, Toby? You're going to say goodbye? You are such a good boy, aren't you? Yes, you are.
Oh. Did you put any water in it?
Oh my God, yeah, I made really strong coffee, didn't I? So Sheena and I are going to talk about what not to say to Reborn Mummy, and like just share our experiences that we've had, because we've been in the hobby. I have. Sheena's maybe a bit longer because she had Ashton Drakes, but coming up 10 years now. And we've been out quite a lot and we've heard quite a lot of things, haven't we, Sheena?
Yeah. But we've seen a lot of pointing, and we've even seen people trying to take photos.
Yes.
If you remember that time in the range when I'd got Keely in the white crown.
Yeah, sneakily.
Yeah.
You don't mind if they ask you.
You went and stepped in, didn't you, and turned around.
Yes, yeah. Because
I didn't realise what she was doing at the time.
Yeah. You don't mind if they ask you, do you?
No, you don't mind if somebody says, would you mind if I take a photo? But when they try and do it sneakily, it's then...
And anything sneakily to me winds me right up.
Yeah, it certainly does.
When the thing I hate the most is when they look at you, point, and like nudge people next to you or snigger. And I think the fact that a lot of us say that it just goes to show it's not me, like, it's not how I feel about it, making up that people are sniggering. No. Because a lot of us feel like that.
Yeah, we've all had it, haven't we?
You remember we took them to see Father Christmas?
Yes, yeah.
Well, we took them to see Father Christmas just over the road from Sheena's, and we were in the queue paying for our tickets, and a younger mum was with her parents and her child, and started like nudging, pointing, giggling, and that sort of thing really winds me right up. And she ran on outside and was speaking to some girls outside, but, you know, pointing at us and laughing. And when she came back in, I did have to go and say something to her. I'm sorry, Sheena. That's another time Sheena's been embarrassed by Caroline. Remember the Sea Life Centre?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh
my God, that was a good one, that was. I mean, that was disgusting, really.
It was.
Because she was a teacher.
Yeah.
And she was like really condemning us, wasn't she?
Mm-hmm.
And in front of all the school children.
Mm-hmm.
She was totally out of line there. Not because of us, really, because of the children.
Yeah.
And I mean, some of them children may have mums that have reborns because they can't have another baby or something, you know.
Yep.
Yeah, she was totally out of line, but you told her, didn't you?
I didn't. And I asked somebody else for the name of the school so that I could write to the head teacher of the school, and her face, she didn't know what to do after that.
No.
She thought she was the thing is, sometimes I think they think they're being like big in a crowd.
Yes.
Don't they?
Yeah.
And then when you stand up for yourself, it's like, oh, crud.
Yeah, because I think if you stand up to them more, they don't know what to say then, do they?
No.
Because you're actually saying, yeah, well, what's your problem?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I didn't ask you to look in my pram. I didn't ask you to, you know, get involved in it or anything. So, but then there are some good laughs with it as well, isn't there?
Yes. Yeah, that time.
I think the best one we had was at Sandringham that time, when this woman's head was going a completely different direction to what her feet were. Because it was like... And she was just walking on and her head was like staying where it was. Now I find them really funny.
I do love.
You know, they do really... And I had one once, there was a guy in Sainsbury's, and he looked and looked again, but it was as he was passing me, and I carried on walking. And the next thing, I could see him coming down the aisles. And he's looking to which aisle I was in. And then he had to come down and walk past me. And I went, she's a reborn. And he just went and off.
They go bright red, don't they?
Yeah.
It's like they think we're oblivious to what they're doing, don't they?
But I mean, I've had it where people have said, well, why didn't you have real children or whatever, you know, why didn't you have children? And, you know, you say, I couldn't have children. Well, why couldn't you adopt? Because in the day that when I wanted children, even to adopt was very, very hard in those days, and I couldn't adopt.
No.
And a lot of the reason was medical conditions, which it sounds so silly, because if I'd have had my own child, I still would have had my medical condition.
Yeah.
So, you know.
Yeah. Fostering and all that is if you've got a medical condition, it's really hard. You can't foster.
I personally, myself, I couldn't adopt.
Foster.
Because if they had to go back, oh my God, I don't think I could live with it.
No, not when you know they're coming from such a situation.
Child up, or, you know, for so many years or something, you know, 2 or 3 years, and then they can go back to their parents, and no.
And their parents are drug addicts or something like that.
Or somebody else wants to adopt them.
Yeah.
You know, it goes on, they go from there to adoption.
Yeah.
And I couldn't do it. No. I just couldn't do that.
Whereas I think I could do that because you show them something different in a short space of time. You show them a different part of life.
It took me long enough to get rid of some reborns. I used to put them up for sale and then take them off.
And I also remember, does anybody else like this remember Sheena when she first got Kyle, and she was like, he's going to be my only reborn. I'm not going to have any more. I can't love any more. He is my only reborn. And how many of us have said that?
I I remember somebody else saying that.
with Annie. Yeah. How can I love somebody else?
Going, no, I won't never be able to have as many as that. How many she got now?
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it is. Some people. I mean, I'm the same as most of you. I hate the word doll.
Yeah.
It really makes me feel sick. My tummy goes over and that, and I'm thinking doll. And the other thing, I've got a friend that, no disrespect her and that, but she thinks she,
Understands?
Yeah, understands and does things for them. But actually, she picks them up by the arm, and I'm cringing, and I'm thinking, in a minute, I'm going to have to say something.
Mm-hmm.
And the other thing that really annoys me is if they're on the settee, which 9 times out of 10, I've got 3 or 4 out, and they go and put a bag on them.
Yeah, or just
and
pile anything on them.
Really annoys, because they're nothing to them.
No.
And they're not respecting you, are they?
No.
And that really annoys me.
Yeah.
You know, it's like if somebody's making attention of them, then that person is like, oh yeah, they're really for me, you know, you do this with them and they do this, you know, and you're thinking, hang on a minute. You ain't got a clue what you're talking about.
No.
You don't know what it's like.
No.
And I mean, I had it with my mum, if you remember.
Yeah.
My mum and dad were very much against them when I first had them.
Yeah.
And I broke the ice with them because we went to Norwich one day to get my dad a shed. And on the way back, I said to him, do you want to call into Next? And we'll have a coffee. So they said, yeah. Well, I'd actually got Abby with me. I put Abby in the thing, and I thought, no, I'm taking Abby out with me.
Yeah.
So off we went into...
And you're better anyway, walking with her. Pushchair, aren't you?
Oh, yeah.
Sheena's mobility is not good, so...
And I could see my dad's face and, you know, think, oh, my God. And neither of them, you could see what to say anything,
no.
But you could see what they were thinking. Well, as we walked into Next, there were some girls... staff talking and that, and as I was walking up, they see Abby and they go, oh my God, look at her, oh my God, she's lovely. And you know, and they were really thinking, and my dad went, yeah, well, that's one thing, they don't cost a lot and they behave themselves when you're out. And I'm thinking, what?
Yeah,
my dad's just said that. Normally he'd be cringing behind
he
something.
would have been. Yeah.
And then when we got to sit down and have a coffee, my mum and I, we went to get the coffee, and I left Abby with my dad. And when I came back, this lady was talking to my dad. And I thought, oh, I wonder what she was doing. Anyway, she was talking to my dad about Reborn dolls because she actually had them herself. And that broke the ice for me with my dad. Mm-hmm. And then my mum, what I did was I took her to the doll show at Peterborough.
Yeah, you did, yeah.
And, well, I never got my hands on my pram.
No, you didn't.
Because she just went off with it.
Yeah.
And... people were talking to her and she was talking to them, and I mean, obviously she didn't understand everything, and she'd say, well, now, you know, that's my daughter, I don't have them and that. And I think what helped with my mum as well then was people her age were there with them and buying them. Yeah,
and pushing prams around with them.
Exactly.
And feeding them.
Yeah. And that broke it for my mum.
Yeah, totally. Because I have seen... when I've been to doll shows, I've seen people that have had to still hide them. They've been able to go out to a doll show on their own, but at home they actually have to put their pushchair, the dolls under their bed or in a cupboard, the Reborns in a cupboard, or somewhere, because they're not allowed in the house.
No.
How ridiculous! That's somewhere where you actually live. Why can't you have something where you actually live?
But the thing is, you know, it's like that for everything, you know, today, isn't it? If they don't think it's right, then you're loony and you're all this sort of thing, you know. And that. But you have to put up shelters sometimes, you know, because, well, blinkers as you call them, because if you don't fight against them and hearing comments and that sort of thing, you won't be able to go out and enjoy them as much.
That is it.
I mean, I'll admit, 8 years now? 8, 9 years we've been doing it?
10 years.
I still have days where I'm not secure with them, taking them out.
Me too.
But then what you do is you have them so they're virtually covered over, so people can't see them.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that. When I first had Kyle, we went to Sainsbury's and took him out, and John was with me, and John had got him, and I was walking off looking round, as you do, baby wear. And, John, anyway, this bloke was talking to John when I was with me, and John said this man was interested in Kyle and that, and he wanted to know a bit more about it, and he was crying. He literally ended up crying because he thought how lovely it was for somebody who couldn't have children and what it meant to me to have Kyle. Yeah. And his wife, she wasn't there at the time, but then she came walking round the corner and he said, "Hey, come here." He said, "Look at this." And he was telling me about it and he was telling her, and she didn't
Get
think
it.
the same. No. But he actually did cry, and I thought, oh my God.
Yeah.
And then we bumped into them again once in Kings Lynn when we were there shopping in the town, and he came over and said, "Oh, how are you?" And that it's lovely to see you again. Oh. And that was really nice.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that is really nice, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because when they say that you do realise it's a doll, yeah, they think you're stupid when they think we're stupid, don't they?
But you go, "Oh no, yeah, God, where's my baby gone?"
Yeah, me, she does say that. Oh my God, really? Wow, oh my God.
What about when we was at the car boot and that woman said to you about covering yours up?
Oh yeah. Well, I had Annie in a buggy, didn't I?
Yeah.
And we didn't have it only had the hood, not a sun cover.
I think it was one of your older style prams, wasn't it?
I don't know.
Chairs. Yeah, we'd been to the 1940s weekend, hadn't we? We'd been to the 1940s weekend, I think.
At that what's it place? Oh yeah, in that pram. I can't remember really? What it was.
Yeah.
And I'd covered the pram up with my cardigan.
Yeah.
Yeah, she towed me off because the baby would get really, really hot underneath. And I was like, okay, but I tell you, it's a reborn doll, so it's okay.
I go, "What's that?"
Yeah.
Come often, don't they?
Yeah, what's that?
And
then you just go, like, more and more now, I just go, "It's a therapy doll." And they're like, "Oh, right, okay." They don't want to know.
Yeah, they think you are.
Yeah, they don't want to know any more about it, do they?
Yeah.
No.
Don't want to know. Oh, my God. She's one of them. Get out. Quick, let's get out the way. Don't entice her.
No, so you do have to put blinkers on, and that's why
you do.
I think prams with big hoods on.
And it's very hard to do it for a start, I think. It's very hard. It's something that, I mean, I'd been sort of like with mine when I had my first Kyle. I kept saying, right, I'm going to go out for a walk round here. I'm going to go out for a walk round here. And I mean, everybody sort of knew me around here. And I'm thinking, oh, I don't know. But then one Saturday, I just thought, no, sod it. It's what I want. Why should I put on hold everything that I want for the sake of other people's thoughts and whatever? Yeah. And that's what I did.
Yeah. Yeah.
I just went out and just done it.
Yeah.
And when I come back in and I said, "John, I'm so pleased I've done that." He said, "Well, good for you."
Yes,
and I really did.
It gives you like a boost, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. Yeah, yeah.
Because that's what nurturing is.
See, my friend also, because obviously with my disability and my legs at the moment, my friend had bought me a walker. Yes, I'm 63 nearly, but I don't want to be with a walker. I don't have to be with a walker because if I take my prams and my pushchairs, they're my walkers. Yep. And she finds that hard to understand. Yeah. Well, I bought you that and you don't know how to use it. No, because I want to take my babies out. Yeah. And that I can walk with them with the pushchair as well as I can walk with, actually better than the walker, actually.
They are better, aren't they?
Yeah. Yeah.
They're like a different height.
He's also got somewhere to put stuff underneath.
Yeah, he also got somewhere to put all your
the occasional thing. We're just waiting for him to make trailers to put on things now.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah, but no.
And John was really supportive, though, wasn't he? So not everybody has the support of their partners either. Like
No.
I didn't from Russ, first of
You
all.
didn't
but
for us for a
no,
start, did you? It was so,
crikey.
yeah.
No. But
I mean, now it's different, isn't it?
yeah, I just need him to go that extra step now, so I can use it when I'm out.
He's come a long way to what he was.
He has.
He?
Yeah, he has. I think he's basically had to accept it.
Yeah.
Because that's
it's
it.
not going anywhere else.
No,
it's staying there,
yeah.
basically.
I'm not stopping doing it, so
And
I think
plus
he's had to accept it.
He has his toys.
Yeah, I mean, if I showed you guys his garage and everything he's got in his garage, which is the size of our bungalow, you would see how much he actually spends on his hobbies.
Yeah, and I mean, it's like he's flying and everything else.
He's got a tractor in there at the moment. He's got a tractor in there. He's got his flying machine in there. He's got his motorbike in there. And he's got his truck.
So, boys' toys.
And it's just full of toys. Yeah, it is. It is. And why is that any
just
different than what we've
don't
got?
Start up with a key, you shouldn't have it, should you?
I don't understand that. It's nurturing. And as a woman, I don't think that you ever stop nurturing.
No.
And you've never had anywhere to put that nurturing apart from like your nephews.
No, because I've always wanted children so bad. You never could fulfill it. And I mean, I'll be honest with you all. When I was first married, and my first husband and I was wanting children, and we couldn't have them.
No.
I actually did have a doll then.
Yeah.
It wasn't nothing like a Reborn or anything. It was just a basic doll. But I actually bought my sister-in-law's pram off her, and that pram used to be at the side of my bed every night. I mean, I was lucky my husband didn't say anything. My first husband, he didn't say anything. Probably didn't anyway.
A bit like Russ now.
And that's how I got through that.
It's so sad.
And this may sound awful to people, but years ago, it was when people went shopping, they left the babies outside the shops, didn't they? And people then pinched them sometimes, didn't they? And I remember being at work in a factory with loads of women, and this had happened, and they go, oh, what a disgusting thing to do, blah, blah, blah. But my God, did I get close to it? When I really wanted children and couldn't have them, and they were leaving them outside the shop, I could have quite easily walked up. Yes, it's not right. It wouldn't have been right. But they don't know what I felt inside.
No, that's right.
And I just sat there and I thought, if only you lot knew.
Because it's not just about having the child, I don't think, that situation, is it? It's also part of you is like, why have you left your baby outside?
Yeah.
Because you hate anything like that, don't you? You hate anything where the children are not like cleaned or being cared for properly or anything like that. When you see that, don't you?
Yeah. I mean, I even think my Reborns, didn't I? Because I put my twins up for sale and this person wanted them. And when I looked on her profile, she wasn't very particular, really. I mean, and I couldn't let them go.
She wasn't very clean or tidy.
I couldn't let them go. I told her they'd already gone. So then I couldn't let
them go there. No, and I think that's how a lot of us feel. You just want them to go somewhere to a nice home, don't you?
You want them to be things like we treat them. I know not everybody will, because they buy them for different reasons, don't they?
Yeah.
Some people do buy them as a collection.
Yeah, some people do. They like to have all Laura Lee Eagles or now Cassie Brace is really popular. They want to have all of the collection. But most of us have them for a psychological, emotional need.
That's it.
Isn't it? Yeah. Well, there we go. Now we have put a few things to rights.
Yes, as we do.
As we do.
But no, as I say, go with how you feel.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
There'll always be somebody out there who's going to be, grumpy and me and that, but you have to do what you want. And
you have to seek out your tribe. Seek out people that are like you so you don't feel that you're the only one. Yeah. And, that's what I did. I was the only one who lives where I live. Sheena's the only one that lives near where she lives. You know that we live 5 hours drive apart from each other. So, it's hard. It is hard. But we found each other on Facebook pages, didn't we? And we just started talking. Yeah. And you'll find someone that you jive with, someone that you, you fit with, really. Yeah. And it's about finding your tribe that you fit with. And if you can go to a doll show, go to a doll show, because you will then see. I went to my first one on my own, and I was scared and nervous, but you will see there that there are people like you, people who think like you, people who've been through situations like you, and you will realise you're not the only one. You're definitely not
And you can
the only
make
one.
friends. You can make friends with lots of people, can't you? There
absolutely,
as well, you know.
absolutely. You all know I met Sam through there. Hannah, that I saw the other day. Amy, she used to have Reborns.
Yeah.
Rachel, yeah.
We all used to be together, didn't we?
Yeah. We all live closer than me and Sheena. But yeah, if you can. So there is the doll show in England. There is the doll show online that you can look it up. That's their website.
Don't look for the mad couple that's there though.
Who's that then?
I don't know. No. I've seen them, but I don't know what the names are.
Or the Doll and Teddy Fair, which is the one I just went to. That's really good because that has like vintagey stuff as well as Reborn dolls.
You still haven't showed me your app.
So that showed you what?
Your pram rattle.
Oh no, I'll go and get that and show you that next. Okay, there we go. We're going to leave it there for now. Say bye to Sheena.
Bye.
Say bye to Sheena. See?